Spell. I'm Thurgood Marshall with the NAACP. You heard of us?
Hey, you can go. Got no money for lawyers.
Did you rape that woman, Joseph?
No.
The NAACP were not like most lawyers. We only represent innocent people, people accused because of their race. That's our mission. So I need to know this. Look at me now. Did you do what they said you did?
I never touched that woman.
Okay, Joseph. You got lawyers now.
And just like that, this seemingly innocent man got a chance to get out of jail for free. The biographical drama Marshall follows one of the many chapters in the life of Thurgood Marshall. You might be wondering what's so special about this man. Well, he was the first African-American Supreme Court justice in history.
My great-granddaddy, he was a slave. We're not slaves now, are we? We've got weapons we didn't have before. We've got the law.
When Chad and I sat down to talk about doing this movie, he was very honest. He said, look, man, I don't want to do another historical character. I said, I know. I knew you might say that. Why don't you just read the script? So he read the script and goes, man, now I kind of almost have to do it. Okay, but wait a minute. Well, what about what I look like? I don't look like Thurgood Marshall. I go, you're right. You have a different skin tone than Thurgood Marshall. And you know who else had a different skin tone than the person they played? Denzel Washington and Malcolm X. And I don't remember anybody complaining about Denzel in that role. And I can tell you, I've shown this movie in front of a lot of audiences already. And no one, and I mean no one, complains about Chadwick Boseman in this role.
This case will show the world if a colored man can get a fair trial in the United States.
There's only 13 million Negroes depending on you.
Don't any of you have any confidence in me? I'd say you have enough confidence for us all.
Normally, when actors take on a biographical role, there's at least some kind of involvement with the real families. Chadwick, however, saw no reason to communicate with Marshall's relatives to get into his character.
They didn't know this man. They weren't alive when this man was doing this work. And I could pull so much from, I think, the context, and I knew I didn't look like him. And since it would just remind me more and more that I don't look like him, you know, if I talk to the family. And I had to pull, you know, the essence of him out of this history and pour it inside me. That was the more important, I think, work to do in this case.
I need a partner who the jury can relate to.
Sam Friedman.
Good to meet you, Sam. Hey, give me a hand with these, would you?
What have you got in here, cement?
Guns.
Books, Mr. Friedman.
You know, I knew a lot about Supreme Court Justice Thurgood Marshall. I knew a lot about Brown versus Board of Education Thurgood Marshall. I don't think even a lot of scholars knew about this particular case. And that, to me, is what was so exciting.
They didn't know that this dude was a gunslinger, that he was going around from city to city back in '41, putting his life on the line, looking to defend African Americans he felt were falsely accused. It shows the power that one man can make. He didn't have any money, he didn't have any education. He was doomed to a life in prison, if not worse, if this man did not step into his life and give him his freedom.
See legal gunslinger Thurgood Marshall at his best in this courtroom drama starring Chadwick Boseman and Josh Gad.
The only way to get
Out
to what
now.
Pickett's doing was to break it down.
Like what you see? Subscribe to our channel for more exclusive clips.